How did you get revenge on your school bully? When I was in middle school, there was a kid named Brad who was notorious for picking on. He'd push me around, call me names, and find ways to make my life miserable. It went on for months. He seemed to take pleasure in seeing me get upset. The worst part was that he wasn't the only one. A few other kids joined in, and it felt like there was nowhere to hide from the constant taunt. At first, I just tried to ignore it, hoping it would stop on its own. But it didn't. Every day was the same. The whispers, the jabs, the laughter at my expense. I'd go home feeling humiliated and angry, but I didn't know how to make it stop. One day, after a particularly awful incident where he tripped me in the hallway and everyone laughed, I decided I had enough. I wasn't going to let him get away with it any longer. I started thinking about how to handle the situation, not with violence or aggression, but with a different kind of approach. I was tired of being a victim, and I figured if I could outsmart him, it might be the best revenge. Brad was the type of kid who always thought he was better than everyone else. He was always showing off, trying to be the center of attention. That's when I realized I could turn his own arrogance against him. I started making friends with the kids he thought he was above, the ones he didn't bother with because they were uncool or didn't fit in with his crowd. Slowly, I built up my confidence and began to speak up more in class, making sure my voice was heard. It wasn't about becoming the class clown, but about asserting myself in small, quiet ways. The next time Brad tried to make fun of me in front of his group, I didn't let it slide. I stood up straight, looked him in the eye, and calmly called him out. You think it's funny to make others feel small? You're the one who looks pathetic, not me. I didn't raise my voice, didn't try to start a fight. I just made it clear that I wasn't afraid of him anymore. His friends were caught off guard. They had never seen me act like this before. Brad didn't know how to respond. He tried to laugh it off, but the moment was different now. The power dynamic had shifted. The people around us weren't laughing with him anymore. They were looking at him differently. Over the next few weeks, I continued to assert myself. Brad's bullying gradually lost its power. He couldn't get the reactions from me that he once did. Eventually, he stopped targeting me altogether. Without my fear and silence to feed off of, he lost interest. It wasn't a dramatic showdown or some grand revenge plot. It was simply about standing my ground and not letting him control my emotions anymore. I never confronted him directly again, but by the end of that year, he had stopped bullying me. I don't know if he ever realized what happened or if he even cared, but I had learned something about myself. The best way to handle a bully isn't always through retaliation, but by not letting them have any power over you in the first place.